I recently connected with my ex's ex. He was abusive. I'm so lucky that I get like another woman to heal with. I would love to talk about feminine influence, women who've inspired you or made a big impact on you. I will start by saying I read a book by Dolly Alderton recently.
Is it Everything
I Know About Love?
Yeah.
Yes. It's basically just about like the complexity of like dating and relationships, but also like living through your 20s and the female experience. And it was so validating, so like true and reflective of what it feels like.
There's something really strong in being sad and like vulnerable and soft. Being both soft and strong is really important and like showing both sides of you.
From my experience, I'm very inspired by women in general. I only really listen to big female singers. Like Lauryn Hill, for me, is an artist that I look at and I see such strength in the way she's able to be so vulnerable, what we were just touching on, but also at the same time creating conversation that's very important to discuss, you know? Strong isn't just, I'm really strong, I'm not crying, I'm not fazed by anything. Strong is, I feel this emotion, I feel that emotion.
I'm really sad and I look at it.
What does it mean to be a woman?
That's the $1 million question.
Defying expectations because we have something to say and our experiences are valid.
I feel like existing in this place where you can just sort of express yourself however you want to, like that's what being a woman feels like to me. I just love being around other women.
Me too.
Like, I love my friends so much. Women have this really good way of like reading a room and like perception and like sensing other people's like emotions. And maybe it's a stereotype. I was about to say women are so like caring and loving, but like I don't think that's a bad thing to say.
No,
and
but
I think
that's
they
not.
are.
In being perceived as a woman, we've had to deal with a lot of what that comes with, like having to be aware of your presence in a room, not being too loud but not being too small, just basically carrying a lot of extra stuff and thriving through it. There's so much pride in being a woman.
Yeah, even though it does come with a lot of extra things, I've never thought like, oh, I wish I was a man, or like I love being a woman.
Giving women platforms to speak, to be able to have their perspective heard and respected, and having more women in positions of power, you know? So it's not just men at the top that decide, you know? I feel really lucky because I'm actually surrounded by, not just with my mum and my yaya and my sister, but I'm with my team, like my manager. Most people at my management are female.
We're all great.
Yeah.
There's no need to like create this hierarchy in your head because it doesn't exist.
The patriarchy means that we automatically pit ourselves against each other when really we just want to connect.
It's important to recognise that there are so many outward pressures and to let go of that shame because we carry so much of it for other people.
I also think it's really important, and it's something that I've been trying to do for a while, but like just compliment other women, like when you see them, it just immediately like creates this like energy of like, oh,
support.
We're cool.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's like, we're not just looking
not
at
in
each other like, oh,
competition,
you're
like-
my competition.
No, like I love what you're wearing, you
Yeah.
look sick, we both look sick.
Yeah.
And like,
And we are the next Sugar Babes band. It's as simple as that. Like,
I live with like 4 other girls and we have a really good time, but we'll just like get karaoke on the projector and just go for it.
can I just ask, what
okay.
is the tune that you all belt out?
Mine is I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor.
Obviously, that's a classic.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like the person I am without my mates, like, and it's such a privilege to be able to like live in a house with 4 girls.
I recently connected with my ex's ex. He was abusive and she basically said, I don't know if you recognise me, but I dated him after you, and just wanted to kind of say like, me too. I'm so lucky. I feel like I've like won something. Like we keep saying we're a gift to each other. It is like, I'm so lucky that I get like another woman to heal with.
How amazing that it went that way when it easily like, and I feel like
I could have hated her, or she could have hated me.
And
So
you
glad.
guys now have this.
Now you've got
amazing,
another
like,
fan. No, I'm joking.
I think that's so cool. I think that's
A
so
close
sick.
friend, a friend for life, I think.
Do you feel like you've got a good like sisterhood around you? I suppose like a good like circle of friends and people you can rely on.
Definitely my twin sister as well. Like, I mean,
You're twin?
Yeah,
That's
I'm actually a
sick.
twin, and she's the complete opposite of me actually, which is really interesting because I think as twins, you get compared to each other from when you're young. And actually we work so well together and we complement each other in so many amazing ways. Whoever comes in our life and comes out of our life, that we'll always have each other's back. You know, you can create that with your friends, but it's just, I feel really blessed I've had that for my whole life.
I do think it's beautiful how women do that when you say you can create it with your friends.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a younger brother and I love him dearly, but I always wanted a sister. But I really think I find that in other women in my life. My best friend is my sister.
Yeah.
Obviously we're not connected by blood like you and
No,
your twin,
but
but I know you will be in my life forever.
Yeah. Listen, you know too much.
You're not
my
getting
love.
rid of me.
You know too much for us
That's
not
what
to
I'm saying. You're not getting
so
rid of me.
right.
Like, you're going to try and stop being my
Yeah.
friend. You can't.